first episode of Edina Vlog, a weekly video vlog featuring Edina housing market news, neighborhood profiles, and interviews with local business people. I'm your host, Josh Sprague, Realtor and your local expert with Coldwell Banker Burnet in Edina, Minnesota. Before I get into the market news this week, I want to take a moment to recognize and celebrate the Edina girls hockey team, #2 in the state for 2011. Way to go, Hornets! Woohoo! And now let's dive right into market news. I have a lot of clients calling me as we approach spring, wanting to have an update on the Edina housing market and where we stand. And one great tool for us to use is the 2010 annual report on the Twin Cities housing market. This tool is put out by the Minneapolis Area Association of Realtors and can help us track historical prices for Edina since 2006. Now, if you take a look at the chart, in 2008, median price was $390,000 in Edina. This remained relatively unchanged, even through 2008. But by 2009, that price had dropped to $325,000, reflecting the changes in the market. Finally, by the end of 2010, that median price bumped back up to $340,000, which was a 4% year-over-year increase. At this point, I think it's safe to say that we've rebounded from the housing recession here in Edina, and it's going to be a great spring market for those sellers who are looking to get in. Each week I'm going to be asking my Facebook friends a question and giving you the answer right here on the Edina Vlog. Now, this week's question was, what are the top 3 reasons you chose to buy a house in Edina? Not surprisingly, the top 3 responses were schools, location, and quality housing stock. And speaking of quality housing stock, our neighborhood tour this week is the majestic White Oaks neighborhood, located just east of the Country Club District. Now, the White Oaks neighborhood has about 100 houses that range in prices from, say, $500,000 all the way up to several million. What I love about the White Oaks neighborhood is it's not as densely platted as the Country Club neighborhood. The lots are a little bit more spread out. It's very walkable, and there's great naturalistic features like wetlands and great, of course, white oaks. So I'm so excited to be here today with owner and operator of Casino del Barrio, Ryan Burnet. They're our first featured business of the month, and actually a newcomer to the Edina market. So Ryan, welcome to Edina. Great to have you here.
Thank you. Good to be here.
So the first question we have for Ryan is we just want to get a little bit of background and history on the operations of Casino del Barrio itself. So can you tell us a little bit about how you got started?
Well, we started construction on the building about 7 months ago, and opened our doors December 18th, and have been operating now for about right around 2.5 months, and things are going very well. Looking forward to the patio season too.
And where did you start the business? What was the first location?
The first location was on Nicollet Mall, 925 Nicollet Mall, right next to the local. And it's significantly smaller. It's about 120 seats versus about 170 here. And that had more of a focus on smaller plates and more emphasis on bar. This is our first soiree into a full dining room and more of a full extended menu. And we opened up our first Barrio, Minneapolis, right around the RNC convention, so September of 2008.
And so why Edina? What drew you to Edina?
Well, I love where the central location of it, that it can appeal to South Minneapolis, Southwest Minneapolis, Eden Prairie, the Bloomingtons, and needless to say, the surrounding neighborhood where we found a lot of people, regardless of the weather, have been walking in, try out the food, check out our dining experience. And we have one in St. Paul, one in Minneapolis, and one in Edina. I think those are the 3 locations I want to be in the Twin Cities.
So Ryan, what are you offering our viewers as a special for this month?
We're offering 2 mahi-mahi tacos for $5. It's one of our best-selling dishes on the menu, and a fan favorite in Minneapolis and St. Paul as well.
We want to thank you again for your time today, and we wish you the very best of success in Edina.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your time.
So that's our show for this week. Thanks again for tuning in to Edina Vlog, and I want to encourage you to follow me online. I'm constantly posting information about the Edina housing market and community news. I'm on Facebook at facebook.com/Josh1Sprague and on Twitter at EdinaJosh. Thanks again. We'll see you next week.